What's going on, everybody? Welcome to this week's segment of In the Kitchen with Krystal. I am Krystal Taylor, your health and fitness coach who specializes in helping women over 40 lose weight without dieting or exercising for more than 30 minutes at a time. So as you can see, this is a special in the kitchen. I'm still in a kitchen, but it's not in my kitchen. This is a hotel kitchen. Now, I will tell you this. This is not your typical hotel kitchen. I get that. So don't worry about that. But I am going to give you some of my favorite tips, some of the things that I absolutely do to make sure that when I'm traveling on the road, that I don't mess up my diet and gain too much weight. Let me know if that's something you want to and struggle with eating. Hey y'all, hey, I see y'all on the TikTok and the YouTube. If this is something that you struggle with, let me know because that's why we have this conversation. So before we get started, of course, we're gonna drink up. And shall I share with you some of my favorite things? Now, the reason why I want to do this is because I absolutely know that when we're traveling, that we want to explore, we want to enjoy the local cuisine. I get it. And if you are traveling on vacation, you are probably barely getting up for breakfast, you are kicking it all night, all of that good stuff. So I wanted to share with you some things that I just make sure I have in my room to make sure that when I don't get angry and choke out whoever I'm hanging with, but then also making sure that I can control some things to make sure that I'm not eating, waiting too long to eat. I'm making sure that I'm having something that's on a healthier side, maybe, but just making sure that we stay on track in some type of way. Because the biggest issue is that when folks travel, they don't give a doggone. They will sit there and just eat all the trash that they can find, if they can find anything, or they'll starve. And then by the time, because they, like I said, they hungover, they tired. So by the time they go eat, now they just go eat anything as opposed to keeping your hormone level up, your blood sugar level where it's supposed to be, so that by the time you go eat, you can make a rational decision about what you really want to eat as opposed to just taking down anything. Yeah, so let me know if that makes sense. That makes sense. Let me know in the comments. So again, let's drink some more water. Y'all, I'm thirsty. And with that, we're gonna start with that, right? I don't know what's on my glass, but we're gonna rock with it. So the first thing you gotta have is water. Look, y'all see this bad boy? Now, my goal, what I typically do, and I'm gonna go on refill because it's here. My goal is to make sure I have at least a gallon of water for each day that I'm going to be gone, right? Or be in the hotel. Some hotels will, give you bottles of water each day, but honestly, those 16-ounce bottles, that's cool for when you wake up or cool for when you're about to go to bed. But you still need to make sure that you're drinking water frequently. And if you also see, I travel with my own refillable water bottle just to make sure that I stay on it. Now, this is the thing. This time I drove. So I can go to the store and go grab whatever I want and bring it back to my room. But what I usually do when I'm traveling, domestically, if I'm traveling anywhere domestically and I'm going to be in a hotel for more than one night, I will get on Instacart or DoorDash, have it delivered. Because if you're traveling, you may not know what's local. You may not have access to. You may not want to walk and bring back heavy stuff like water or any other drinks you may have. So ordering your groceries and having them delivered, it just keeps it keeps you on track. It makes it so easy. And y'all, you can even have them deliver some liquor if you want them to, right? It's all about balance. Because I will tell you, that's something else I'll do. Have them deliver water. Like I said, 1 gallon a day for each day I'm going to be there. I have them deliver my liquor because I like to have my wine, like if I'm chilling in the room, like as a debrief. But something else I'll always have them bring, I get the bananas or any other fruit that you like, especially a fruit that is peelable, like whether it's bananas or oranges, something like that you can easily grab and go. Don't make a quick mess, you don't feel like you putting your hands on your mouth or stuff like. Well, that's why I like this, because bananas you got to put your hands in your mouth. But even if you have an apple, you got all the core and all. It's just a lot to do. But These are also really good for potassium. So if you had a long night, it helps you bounce back. Sub-2 gives you that that you need. And I like it because it's a great way to start the day. And since we're talking about starting the day, maybe you don't get down to breakfast. Maybe your hotel does not have breakfast. Maybe your friends are BS and y'all supposed to went to breakfast a long time ago, but you just need something else to hold you over. I like a good breakfast bar too. Now, I would say this. This is the first time I found this brand. I usually get other brands, right? But I got this one because y'all, can y'all see that? Can you see? But the things that excited me about this one bar, because what flavor is this? Cinnamon bun. But what excited me about this one bar was only 120 calories. It has, like, when you're looking at all the percentages, that's what we want to look at, y'all. What we should and should not have, these percentages. How much of it do we have? All of these things, even the sodium. The sodium is only 4%. The sodium, there's only 85 milligrams of sodium in here. There's only 20 grams of carbs. It has a lot of fiber, right? Because that's, well, 18 now. And it still has protein in it, right? So this is just a breakfast bar. But to what I like to do, I will blend the protein breakfast bar with some fruit. So that's a good way to hold yourself over in case you have like breakfast plans and it's maybe a little bit later, or you're busy, you just don't feel like getting out of bed. At least you have something healthy that's going to start your day so that you're not rolling over eating cold pizza. See what I'm saying? All right, drink some water, y'all. Let me know if y'all like that. Let me know if anybody's tried those, especially that brand of breakfast bar, because that I haven't tried that one yet. And as you see, I have. Should we taste it? Why not? It's about food. I gotta tell you, because I gotta tell y'all if it's actually good. Now, it could be good for you. A lot of things are good for you that may not taste that good. So let's see about this real quick. Oh, got 5 of them in here. I like it. Starting off good. I don't know why I thought it was 4. Let's see. All right. They're called Made Good Mornings. Let's see about cinnamon bun. And I remember they had chocolate. So that's all the kids. Oh, they look like little coffee sticks. Well, and since you're in the hotel, you know you're gonna have access to a coffee machine. So why not have this little coffee, little banana? Have your nice little morning. That's it. Ooh, oh. I like it. It is hearty. I'm working to chew this. Jeez. Wow. Like my jaws are getting some work right now. But where with it though? Okay. I like that. I like. Okay. I like it. I like that it's so hearty. Because that fiber, the oats, all of that stuff, that's going to help you feel fuller longer. So this is good. Boy, and I tell you, put me to work. My jaw's like, girl. But I like it. Okay. All right. All right. Now, what else can we do? Now, we're talking about these bananas. Bananas are good, too, for just a good snack. So something I always recommend. Drink some water. Wish I had my coffee over here. If I had my coffee with that, that's what I'm going to have when I get off of here. But I always recommend to my clients and whoever I'm speaking with that whenever you have a snack, whenever you eat, you want to make sure that you have a balance of all the macros. Don't just eat all carbs. Don't just eat all protein. I sure hope you ain't eating just all fat. Well, I guess like pork rinds. Anywho, so because I love a good banana because it's good to just take when you're running out the door, to have some in your system, good source of carbs to give you a good source of energy. And what I also prefer about a banana over an orange, even though I love an orange, in addition to not getting sticky in your hands, it's not intrusive to other people around you, right? Because you can, even though I think citrus smells amazing, but it may be somebody who does not want to smell that. So you can easily eat your banana and nobody knows, right? But what I also like to do is when I eat the bananas, like I said, we want to have a good balance. I'll make sure to put it with a good healthy fat, healthy protein. So I love a good nut. So with this one, I just got, and I would say, if you are going to get any type of nut, somebody just asked me the other day, what's the best type of nut? Whatever nut you like, because there's not a bad nut out there, right? So if you like hazelnut, if you like almonds, if you like cashews, walnuts, pecans, go for it, right? But what I would say with this one, I did get lightly salted just because I got this too, like I'm a savory snacker. So I like a little salt sometimes, but I would say this, if you have blood pressure issues, if you know you're monitoring your blood pressure, try to stay away from the salt. Get the raw, get the dry roasted or something like that. But just having given you a good handful of these nuts, oh my gosh, did I actually we're going to come back to professionalism. But getting a handful of the mixed nuts or whatever type of peanut, cashew, whatever you choose, a handful of them and a banana is a good source of your carbs, your fat, your protein, the energy that you need, and it's going to satiate you. And when you mix it with drinking your water, it's going to hold you off a little bit longer. Let me know if that makes sense. I'm sorry, Miss Jeanette. I really didn't mean to say that. It came out that way. I'm a good girl. I really didn't mean that. Apologies. All right. So, like I said, that's too funny. Since I am a savory girl when I snack, I also like a good crunch. Let me know what type of snacker are you? Are you a sweet or a savory type snacker? But I am a savory person. I love a good chip. But honestly, chips don't provide any real nutritional value. It's real. Well, it depends on what you get, right? I could have brought in here some sweet potato chips. I could have gotten some of the veggie chips and all that you can, right? But I typically get the chips that ain't got no value, right? Just snack, snack, snack. But what I decided to do this time was to go ahead and get some cheeses because I love a good cracker too, right? As the pretzels are so good. Y'all be slipping. Now, I would say this, pretzels can be high in sodium, with the salt on it. But pretzels, that's one of the snacks that you can have. You get you a good old, big old handful to make a serving, and then probably still can't even hold as many pretzels come into a serving. But I like cheeses. Cheeses are sort of my go-tos when I'm snacking because they're baked. So just that alone is helping you make a better decision when it comes to snacking. Am I saying that these are the best thing you should eat? And nope, I'm not. We're talking about making healthier decisions, making better decisions, and not just trying to say, "Oh, I'm just staying clean." That's not it. But like I said again, I still don't like to just have all carbs, y'all. I will mix these things together. Now, you can do it a couple ways because most people realistically, they don't do just one serving. Like it'll tell you one serving is 1 ounce. And that's not a lot when it comes to nuts because they're heavy. Now, I think it's 1 ounce over here too. Oh, this is half a cup. Okay, cool. Half a cup. You look at it like, oh, that ain't that much, whatever. And you still want more, right? So what I would prefer you do is to blend these together, get a serving of each as opposed to doubling up on this and all carbs, when you can have your carbs and your protein and your healthy fats. Let me know if that makes sense. And I'll tell y'all something I do when I'm at home, and I just didn't get them this time because I just didn't want all of that. I wanted a variety. I love y'all. Ooh, y'all ready for this tip? Ooh, I'm about to bless somebody. Drink some water and let me know if you want to be blessed real quick. If you want to be blessed, I want to be blessed. Say, bless me. Put that in the chat. Put it in the comments. I'm about to bless somebody. Oh, When I'm at home, one of my favorite things is to get some Cheez-Its. Yeah, you about to get blessed. And I will get honey roasted peanuts. And don't slip on honey roasted peanuts. People think the honey roasted peanuts are bad because they're sweet. No, they're not. No, they're not. They have about the same nutritional value as a regular dry roasted peanut. And then when you see the sugars on there, the added sugars, it's the natural added sugars of the honey. But I digress on that. But let me tell you why that blesses you. When you put a honey roasted peanut with a Cheez-It, I'll give you a couple honey roasted peanuts with the Cheez-It, it tastes like those doggone orange peanut butter sandwich, cracker sandwiches. Look, I don't know how I came across that one day because I like food probably and I like trying new things. I put stuff together. I wanted something crunchy, but I knew I didn't just want all carbs. So I was like, oh, let me grab these doggone honey roasted peanuts. Just do something a little different. I want a little sweet and savory. I was sitting there like, hot dog. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. And they are still healthier than having the peanut butter cracker sandwich. I'm just saying. All right, let's drink some water. I'm gonna get y'all this last one, and I'm gonna let y'all go. And I'm gonna finish my morning bar. Last thing is right up front. Y'all should know it's coming. One of my favorites, a good protein bar. Now, I mentioned being a savory snacker. This is really good for my people who have a sweet tooth, but don't want to get totally thrown off, right? Because a lot of times people are like, man, I laid in the bed and I ate these cookies. Quest bars, and you can get any kind, right? Because even real talk, this could fit too, right? But I like a good protein bar because it's giving you all the extra protein. It's going to help you feel fuller longer. And I like Quest because it's a low carb protein. Like a lot of times people don't look at the real labels when it comes to protein bars. They'll say, oh, you know, it's a protein bar, so it has to be great. But you're not looking at how many calories in there. You're not looking at the carbs. You're not looking at the sodium. You're not looking at any of that stuff and just taking it as is and then wondering why you can't get your body on track, why you can gain weight and all that good stuff. But I digress. So I love a good Quest bar, and I still check the nutrition labels because there are some that are higher and lower in calories and all that good stuff. But typically the protein is still going to be really high and the carbs are going to be really low, right? So that's a good thing. But I like these because I don't have a sweet tooth. I don't. But these things, look, I'm just going to be honest. It's my opinion. I love everything they do with chocolate. This is the chocolate brownie. They have a chocolate chip cookie dough. They have a chocolate hazelnut. They have a chocolate peanut butter. Like, I got all of them joints and they all fire. Personally, I don't like the other stuff, like the fruity stuff, like the lemon. As much as I love lemon, lemon didn't do it for me. The I think I had a blueberry cake, something like that, blueberry muffin. I don't know, something. None of that stuff works for me. But the chocolate, yes. So if you have a sweet tooth, this is a great option for you because it does taste like a doggone brownie. And trust me, trust somebody who love a good brownie. Look, when I was pregnant with my second son, I ate brownies every day. Every day. I'm surprised that boy even would touch a brownie at this point. But it tastes like a real doggone brownie. But it's so doggone hearty. A lot of times, I won't even eat the whole bar. I only need like half the bar because it helps you feel so much, so full. But it's full of protein, minimal carbs. So it's a healthier way to snack when you're on the road. And, you know, like, I like all of these things. The only one I didn't, well, these two. But typically, I do like to get the individually wrapped stuff because if you don't finish them on your trip, just throw them in your bag. So if you are driving, it's good to have them. Now I got snacks for when I drive back home. When I'm flying, it's good to keep them in my carry-on because now I have some on the plane or in the airport or wherever, whatever mode of transportation you like, you can still have some left over. All right. So just in summary, in summation, when you're traveling, you got to have your water. You got to have your water. If you don't have the access to go get it yourself, it's not a walking distance, you don't have transportation, you don't want to Uber, have it delivered. I love it, Instacart when I travel. right? And then, like I said, I got my water, but I will also grab some wine. I said, I think I do have some wine in my. I just thought about it. There's some wine in my fridge. All right. But then we also got our savory snacks. Got the cheeses because they are baked, right, as opposed to fried potato chips. Mix those up. Also, my other savory snack, the lightly salted mixed nuts. You pick whatever kind you want. Be mindful of the salt, but when it comes to the nuts, oh, that's what I'm gonna tell you. With the nuts, you really can't go bad, and that's why I got the nuts, not the trail mixes. That's where you might struggle because they put candy in there, and even what I found, y'all, I got one time. I saw cranberries. I was like, cool, I can do cranberries because I don't like the candy in there, but I can do raisins, cranberries. That's enough sweetness for me. But I was eating, I was like, these are some of the sweetest cranberries I ever had. You know why? Because they were sweetened cranberries. Added sugar in there. So be mindful of those types of things. That's why I say try to stick to just like a mix of nuts. And then I love to blend the nuts. Gosh, with the banana. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, I should start practicing these statements before I do it. Oh my God. But I'm such a child. Wait a minute, I'm gonna grow up in half a second. Okay, so blending these two gives you the carbs and gives you the protein and the good healthy fats, right? But then you can also mix the bananas with the what I do? Oh, the morning breakfast bars. Oh my goodness. It's a good way to have a quick breakfast, like a quick holdover breakfast. If you're running late or whatever, woke up late, don't feel like you missed breakfast downstairs, whatever. Just having a good breakfast bar with your bananas, some water, some coffee. Good way to at least have a substitute something so that you're not skipping breakfast. Too many people skip breakfast on a regular day and then they really skip it while they're traveling because they were kicking it the night before, don't want to get up, all that stuff. And then, like I said, you wake up, you know you're hungry, but you're too tired to actually get ready and all that good stuff. And then by the time you go eat lunch, you're just ravenous. We don't want that. And then lastly, protein bars. I love me a good high protein, low carb bar. You choose the brand that fits you best, the flavor, all that good stuff. But I love anything chocolate by Quest because they kill it. All right. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. Now I didn't even have peanuts anymore. So y'all, that is it for me. Hope y'all enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful. And I want to make sure I did this because outside is still open. Folks still in these streets. And I just want to make sure that you're making better and healthier decisions while you're out so that you don't come back home stepping on the scale trying to wear other clothes and you don't know why you can't fit them, why you're frustrated. All right. So that's it for me. I am Krystal Taylor, the owner of Fitness is Not a Game, your health and fitness coach who specializes in helping women over 45 lose weight without dieting or exercising for more than 30 minutes at a time. And I love food. That's why I do In the Kitchen with Krystal, because I want you all to enjoy your food, but also be happy about what you see in the mirror every day. So y'all be good or be good at it, as my mama said. And I will see y'all next time. Bye, y'all.